it's this snitching. I ain't know he snitched like this. He and that singing on his son. You ass nigga. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be in this life no way, gang.
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Mako, the Thoink Whisperer. And I was wondering if I could whisper with you and smoke a little you and get a little you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah. What's y'all on, Skitty boy Mac Mula? Y'all know who it is, man. Stop playing. Come on, man. It's the kid, the boy, the man with the plan. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my superhero intro. Super Mako! What's y'all on? Skitty boy Mac Mula. Hey, make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Follow your boy on the gram if you're not already. You feel what I'm saying? This morning, the devil thought it had me. He tried to break my camera. He didn't know I had another one right there. Stupid. Crazy, man. What do you think you guys are looking at me right now? This is the same camera, guys. Come on, man. Don't with me like that. I gotta get that fixed though on Photo Gray. Hope everybody decent, man. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Follow your boy on the gram if you're not already. Follow me on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Go to my Patreon. If you want promo on my main channel or my second channel, go to my website, macmula.net. You feel what I'm saying? If you want Instagram promo, go to macmula.net. And if you want to see my main channel, I know you want to see it, go to it. You feel me? Full production, full edited videos just like these. But I ain't gonna lie, way funnier on Photo Gray. Y'all gotta go over there, Ski. Now, we got the controversy. Dun dun dun! Ksoo and his motherfucking punk ass daddy. We gonna start this over with. We gonna see what's poppin'.
They crashed the car, police chasing them. They went one way, he went another way.
When you look at that video, to you, that is Hakeem Robinson. Your son, Hakeem Robinson.
Oh.
On the 15th of January 2020, a police officer witnessed one of the most brutal and heartless of the decade. The was still unknown, however, police had their suspicions. In an attempt to get more information, they brought in rapper Ksoo's dad, where they would break the news to him that his son was part of a What followed is one of the most shocking and unexpected moments in interrogation history.
They called it the story. It's on the story saying that the toes done.
Abdul Robinson Sr. was the leader of a violent gang in Jacksonville, Florida, and brought his sons along with him.
Right.
One of these was Hakeem Robinson, better known as Ksoo, a rapper that had recently been fighting with another rapper online, Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck. Had released a diss track on Hakeem. Just weeks later, dashcam footage captured McCormick being by a man with an assault rifle. A manhunt ensued before Hakeem and 3 other men in total were arrested in connection with the...
Scotty and I ain't see. I don't know. I know I did a lot of the ATK, the little, you know what I'm saying, the case. I covered a lot of the cases. I said cover like this the news. I watched a lot of the case, a lot of videos about the case. But I ain't never realized that Ksoo and Scotty was on the same you did.
Later, Hakeem's father was also brought in for questioning and told that they thought his son had brutally murdered a man and would likely be spending life in prison. But what police didn't expect was the reaction they would get from his father.
Mr. Robinson, again, Joel Cooper with the State Attorney's Office.
I definitely ain't never seen
this sworn statement from you. If you would please raise your right hand. Mr. Robinson, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth,
and swearing in right here?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the oath you just took is just like taking an oath in court, and that if you lie in a material way, that is a felony. It's called perjury, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The detective asks Abdul a few more questions, confirming the oath and ensuring that he isn't under the influence or being threatened. He then checks some details and moves on to discuss the of Charles McCormick.
Now, today you're obviously familiar with the person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As it relates to your case.
Yes, sir.
And his nickname.
So his dad was already locked up.
Are you aware of a song put out prior to him being shot in January 2020?
Yes, sir.
And what was your understanding of what that song was about?
It was a diss song about
Scotty and Ksoo.
So you said a diss song?
Yes.
Did Hakeem Robinson know about the song?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever talk to you about the song?
Yeah.
And how did he feel about the song?
He didn't like it.
Before the of McCormick, there had been a long-standing beef between the two gangs, ATK and KTA, with multiple bodies lying in its wake. Being the leader of ATK, it's obvious he would have known parts about this, but he maintains he was never directly involved. However, it's as we
so he started ATK? Is that what they trying to say? I'm just asking, folks. I ain't from Florida. I don't know. Is the Mr. Man on the video right? Did he start ATK? The dad? I know the dad was like the gang leader before, and he the one brought his sons into it, which is some ass. We gonna get
closer to
that,
McCormick's murder that things get cloudier for Abdul. He mentions that 2 of his sons had shown the song to him, and none of them liked it. What's worse for him is that directly after the murder, he received multiple phone calls from suspects directly asking for a ride away from the scene.
Now, going again back to January 15th of 2020, that day, were you called by Abdul Robinson Jr., your son?
Yes, sir.
And was that from a number that you recognized as belonging to him?
Yes, sir.
What did he want?
How about yes, sir?
He wanted me to go pick up Scotty.
Okay. Did you also get phone calls from Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And what did he want?
Telling me where he was at to come pick him up.
Did he tell you if he was alone or did he have anybody with him?
No, he said him and Butter was together.
So Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner.
Having direct involvement in such a high-profile case obviously doesn't put Abdul in the best position. In fact, the cops actually suspect him of being a direct accessory to the murder. But Abdul has played this game for a long time. He knows that he must maintain his innocence for as long as possible, leading to his harrowing admission later in the case. But while he's being complicit and answering questions, the cops decide to try and extract as much information about this case as possible, and dive further into what happened when Abdul picked Leroy up.
He was next to a crash car.
Did that car crash? Was it on the street or in a yard? Do you remember?
Like it was kind of like in a ditch or a yard. Yeah, it looked like it might have been in like a ditch or something.
So was that near a house?
Yes.
Like in the front yard of a house?
Yes.
Abdul picked Leroy up from next to a crashed car, the same car that had fled the scene directly after the
How the hell they
This
crashed?
vehicle actually proved to be the downfall of the entire case.
Hell yeah,
After
that's
crashing,
what I'm saying.
Hakeem,
That's what fucked
Leroy,
y'all
and
up.
another man named Dominique Barner all fled the scene, and 2 of them were captured on security footage
Tweaking.
running across nearby gardens. Leroy and Dominique eventually ended up storming into a couple's home before holding a woman hostage,
I don't know why
switching
they did
clothes,
that.
and calling Abdul. But this is where they slipped up. As they were making the call, the terrified woman managed to make out their conversation and got a perfect look at Dominique's tattoos, allowing her to identify him and instantly pick him out of a line of suspects.
Never.
This mistake got Hakeem and every single one of his assailants caught, but they weren't
telling
necessarily
you, folk.
connected with the murder yet.
I ain't gonna lie, on bro grade real quick, shorty. Real quick. Boy, my homie told me a lot of shit. He said, boy, you gonna be outside doing all this shit you doing, folk? You can't get no tattoos. 0. I didn't get no tattoos until my first tattoo was this when I was 18. By 18, I had been done doing anything illegal, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 24 and I still got all this to go. You feel me? But that even if it wasn't this serious, it wasn't no body or it was just some simple shit. Could have been thought you was finna rob somebody, you turn around, it's an old lady, you like, damn. But she see your tattoo. You might run, she might still call the police like, yeah, he tried to. See what I'm saying? Even if you don't do nothing
That
wrong.
was
the
until
tattoos will get on your
Abdul
ass,
said
boy.
this.
What do you specifically remember them saying?
That they crashed the car. The police chasing them. And Kim jumped out the car. They went one way, he went another way.
Did they say whether or not Hakeem Robinson, Keamy, had anything with him when he jumped out of the car?
Yeah, they say he had a with him.
Did Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner mention to you if anything had been left behind in the car after it crashed?
Yep, they said they left a in the car behind.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Before the car crashed, did Dominic Barner
I ain't
and
gonna lie,
Leroy...
this snitching is this snitching. I ain't know he snitched like this. He's singing like. He and that singing on his son. You ass nigga. Lame as hell, boy.
Whitaker say anything about what someone
On
in the
his
car
son.
maybe was going to do as they fled from
His
the police?
flesh
Oh,
out of
yeah,
his
shoot at the
loins.
police.
And who was going to specifically be the one?
Came.
While no was actually found in the crashed vehicle, it's starting to become clearer and clearer how little Abdul is holding back.
Right.
Remember, Hakeem is his own son, and he's
Oh,
currently
son.
the #1 suspect in a investigation. While he's under oath, he must tell the truth. That doesn't mean he has to answer any of the detective's questions, though. But he's choosing to willingly answer every single one, sparing no details. So far, he's told him all of the details of the day, the fact that he had a on that day, and that he was planning to at police while fleeing from them. But even after all of this, he's still not done snitching.
In
He's
addition
still
to
not
that
done
information,
snitching. Oh my God.
did you learn about
Yes, sir.
and who told you that?
Scott explained to me that it was a guy that got shot. It was a little while back before this situation at a gas station that made the song.
So Leroy Whitaker was explaining to you it was a person that had been shot once before,
Yes, sir.
and who shot him the time before?
He did.
Scotty?
Scotty.
And the reason was because of a song that he put out.
Yes, sir.
And so when he told you that information, were you aware of who this person was?
Yes, sir.
Abdul has now confirmed a motive for the shooting, stated directly that the reason for the shooting was the song and long-standing feud between Hakeem and McCormick, and even stating that
That's why
Leroy
that
had
shit's
shot McCormick once in the past. However, while it might not seem like it, possibly the most incriminating statement of all here was when he said he knew the victim before Leroy even mentioned it. He makes it clear that he's known about McCormick and the possible plans to get revenge on him for a while, which can easily be used as a way to argue that the was premeditated. And if Abdul knew that McCormick was the victim before he'd mentioned it, it heavily implies that there had been discussions about it previously, increasing Hakeem's sentence drastically.
yeah, on
It
phone,
seems
that
that
changed a
all
lot,
respect
boy.
he had for his son has gone out the window, and he's fully fessing up to the cops on his behalf. This is when Abdul decides to fully seal the deal and makes a harrowing admission that would shock the detectives, ruin his reputation as a gangster, and seal his son's fate forever.
Did you see anything on social media posted by your son Hakeem Robinson that concerned you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that specifically?
They called it the story. It's on the story saying that the toes done.
It was that like Instagram
Yeah,
story?
Instagram story.
And was that something that was posted by Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that, were you upset?
Yes, sir.
Did you try and reach out and speak to Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And when you spoke to him, what did you tell him?
Yes,
I
sir.
told him he needed
Look at him. Like, that's why I don't. This is why people don't like snitches, bro. Everybody probably trying to wonder why. You feel me? Like before I be watching these videos, I always like check the comments and when people send me the link. So I'm looking in the comments before I turn the video on, and I'm like, a lot of people mad because the narrator is making it seem like the dad is bogus and he ain't got no respect for his son. He don't. How do you look being a gangster, raising your kids to be gangsters, allowing them to be gangsters? You wasn't the gangster that made your kids go to private school. You wasn't the gangster that sent your kids to nowhere in Florida somewhere with all white people and you just had them away from gang life. You brung them in. You had them in your gang. You was the leader. You was the one probably helping set all this up. And as soon as some shit get bad and they catch you and they put you in that room, you get to telling on your son? If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be in this life no way, gang. We gotta keep it $150 for like, yeah, after a while, the kid is responsible. The person is his own person, and he's responsible for his actions. Bro, I'm not on phone him. I'm not saying nothing against that. But if your dad teach you a way and this all you came up around and then that's how you behave, and then your dad go in there and betray you for some he put you in, how would you feel?
Take that down.
Did he deny being involved?
He's
when
singing like a
told him to
he
get
not
down?
even halfway snitching. Huh?
Now,
This
as
ain't dry
part of
snitching,
the
this wet,
discovery
dry,
of this case, you've had
moist.
an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I'll refer to as a dash cam video, a video that actually
tweaking.
recorded the Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video, could you see what the was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Could you see how the ran?
Yes, sir.
How the moved?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see the firearm that was used?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video of the Charles McCormick, did you recognize the
Yes, sir.
who was the shooter in
That's
the video?
Hakeem Robinson.
That's
Your
crazy,
son, Hakeem
bro.
Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Without so much as a moment of hesitation, Abdul deals 2 devastating blows to Hakeem's
That's
case
crazy.
that would later be used against him in court to
That's-
charge
I
him.
didn't know he
Not
did,
only
like,
did he
went
willingly
crazy like
give
that,
evidence to the police that they didn't have regarding the Instagram story, he
Right.
told him Hakeem didn't deny McCormick and directly told them that the man in the dashcam footage who McCormick was without a shadow of a doubt his own son. Since this interview, Hakeem was also accused of a 16-year-old boy named Adrian Gaynor, aka Bibby, and pleaded
Bibby,
not
right.
guilty for both first-degree murders. As of right now, his case is still ongoing, but regardless of the outcome, his entire life has been flipped upside down, all thanks to his dad for telling the police everything.
All thanks to his dad for telling the police everything. He did not have to say a lot of that, bro. If he wanted to implement himself in innocence, he could have been like, yeah, I got a call. They told me to come pick him up. I picked him up. That's all I know. I don't know what they did. They didn't tell me nothing. I don't know nothing. All I know, they told me to pick him up. It was, you feel me? They told me to pick him up. I picked him up. I don't remember where it was at. I don't know where I went. I left my phone at home. So, you know, they told me to pick him up. What street was that? No, I don't think it was that street. No, I ain't pick him up from over there. It was somewhere else. But I think it was around that time, though, if I ain't mistaken. Pretty sure. It might have been the day before. I don't know. You could have, you feel me? Like, goddamn, fo, you in that motherfucker singing like fo. I'm surprised I don't know. I don't know, fo.